I am so excited to be reviewing Rock Island State Park. If you love waterfalls, then look no further. This is one of the best parks in the state of Tennessee to check them out. It is full of natural beauty. There is a river, there are waterfalls, there's plant life and wildlife all over the place, and you're going to find that its beauty is pretty much unmatched here in the state of Tennessee. So for natural beauty, I'm going to give this category a 9 out of 10. Rock Island had a bunch of different options for camping, including this part of the park, which was for tent campers. Additionally, there is an RV side, which is where we stayed, and it was very nice, very well laid out. And finally, they have cabins that you can rent as well. So, for campsite layout, I'm going to give this category a 9 out of 10. There was so much to do here at Rock Island. Even though the park was probably on the smaller side for Tennessee state parks, there was so much for our family to do and enjoy while we were there. You feel very isolated from the world, so it's very peaceful. Back in the woods and by the river, you have this playground which has campsites that back right up to it, as well as general day use areas. My kids loved the playground, running around on it and playing for hours on end. You can see my boy is sweaty from running around so much, and the playground was very new and nice. Now I'm going to spend a lot of time on this activity because I think it was so unique and so much fun for our family. You can see the laughter on my kids' faces. This is a hike that you take literally down through the waterfall. So the whole time you're hiking down this hillside, you will be going in the middle of the waterfall. And the water was ice cold, which felt perfect on a hot summer's day. You can see Truman here, he was getting his feet wet, and I had to hold his hand a little bit, but it was so much fun. And this is coming out of that hike. I definitely suggest you do this if you go. There are some beautiful old and historic buildings like this right here. I called it Rapunzel's Tower, but I'm sure it has another name. But really cool things to see. There's also a nature center right there in the heart of the RV side of the campground, and which is really cool. My brother and I explored that a little bit. And then they were hosting a nature walk for tree identification. And I always wanted to know what all these trees were, especially now that I have my 20-acre off-grid property. And so this tour was super cool. The leader was very informative, very helpful, and we had a lot of fun doing this. And last, this is not at the park, but it's just a few minutes down the road, is Cumberland Caverns. Really cool place, little day trip activity to do. So for activities, I'm going to give this category an 18 out of 20. This is the main bathroom and bathhouse at the RV side of the campground. There is only one, but the campground is actually pretty small, so it was never crowded or anything like that. It is a little bit on the older side, but things were very well maintained and clean, and so I'm going to give bathrooms a 6 out of 10. While the park is a little isolated, it is very easy to get to, and the roads there are very well maintained, so I'm going to give drivability a 7 out of 10. Everyone from the campground hosts to the volunteers like this one right here to the park ranger were awesome, and so I'm going to give staff a 9 out of 10. While there was no camp store, there was some treats and souvenirs and things that you can find at the Welcome Center. But town is about 3 minutes away, and in town you're going to find an eatery, gas station, places to buy fishing tackle, and anything you might need, including antiques. So I'm going to give nearby amenities a 9 out of 10. The park was so unique, it gets a 9 out of 10. It costs about $25 a night to tent camp, $35 for RV camping, so this gets a 6 out of 10. This is one of the best parks in the entire state of Tennessee, and it's the first one so far to get a score in the 80s. I'm going to give Rock Island State Park an 82 out of 100.
Another one on the camper. Let's go!
Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more about this Tennessee State Park, then click on the link that's popping up right now for my deep dive, where I go into a lot more about all that the park has to offer. And please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single state park video as we visit all 57 here in the state of Tennessee. God bless you, and remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.